At the Justice Society of America's bustling headquarters, Stargirl is playing the role of guide for the recently returned Jakeem Thunder. They wander the halls, searching for an available room. However, the JSA's growing ranks have left little space for new or returning members. Every door they try is already occupied, and frustration builds for Jakeem. Once a key member of the team, he now feels like an afterthought. Annoyed and determined to make his presence felt, Jakeem strides up to the last door, his resolve unwavering. He kicks it open, boldly announcing, "Whoever's in here is stepping on out." But instead of finding an empty room or a single occupant, Jakeem is met with Black Lightning, his family, and his daughter in the middle of unpacking. His bravado evaporates, leaving him standing in awkward silence. The moment is soon overshadowed by a family debate. Black Lightning's daughter has a peculiar and dangerous problem. Her presence causes electronics to overload and explode. Despite her father's strict insistence that she steer clear of all devices, her mother argues to let her keep a television in the room. Black Lightning reminds them of the mansion's advanced electronics and warns that even a small mistake could lead to massive damage. Turning to Jakeem, he firmly adds, "And that goes for you too." Jakeem's wide-eyed expression says it all. He's out of his depth in this particular situation. Meanwhile, in another part of the mansion, Dr. Midnight is tending to Mr. America, who is recovering from a brutal encounter. The atmosphere is tense as Mr. Terrific pieces together a troubling mystery. A pattern has emerged. Superpowered individuals with connections to gods, or who claim to be gods, are being systematically killed. Mr. America, recalling his harrowing escape, mentions a name he overheard, Gog. The room falls silent. Hourman and Liberty Bell exchange glances before confirming they had seen the same name carved into a mysterious pillar. The conversation is interrupted by the arrival of Earth 22 Superman, whose grave demeanor commands attention. "That name means a lot," he says, his voice heavy with experience. Mr. Terrific pulls up a hologram of Gog, projecting the image for the team. Power Girl asks if Earth 22 Superman recognizes the figure. While the face doesn't ring a bell, Earth 22 Superman recounts a haunting tale from his world. He describes how a man named Magog wreaked havoc on Earth 22, claiming his powers were granted by a being called Gog. The mystery deepens as Mr. Terrific explains that New Earth's Magog, a man named William Matthews, has a very different backstory. Matthews disappeared during a missionary trip to Africa and returned transformed, armored, powerful, and driven. His first act upon returning was a direct attack on Superman. While Matthews isn't a god, his actions and delusions mirror the devastation caused by Magog on Earth 22. Earth 22 Superman, seeking clarity, decides to visit New Earth Superman in Metropolis. As he flies toward the city, memories flood his mind. He recalls his childhood on Earth 22 and the moment he first learned about Metropolis through a picture book. Hovering outside the Daily Planet, he observes familiar faces, Jimmy Olsen and Perry White, their banter almost identical to their Earth 22 counterparts. But it's the sight of New Earth's Lois Lane that stops him in his tracks. The differences between her and his Lois are stark, yet the memories of his wife's death overwhelm him. Tears stream down his face as he mourns not just Lois, but all the loved ones he lost. His grief is interrupted by New Earth Superman, who approaches cautiously. "Are you spying on my wife?" he asks, his tone sharp. Earth 22 Superman apologizes, explaining the pain of seeing echoes of a life he once knew. New Earth Superman softens, asking if there's anything he can do to help. "Yes," Earth 22 Superman replies. "Tell me about Gog." New Earth Superman recounts what he knows. Gog claimed to be a survivor from the future, the lone survivor of a nuclear explosion in Kansas, a tragedy Superman failed to prevent. But Batman's investigation revealed a different story. Gog, or William Matthews, wasn't from the future, but was mentally unstable, his delusions fueled by mysterious powers gained during his time in Africa. Earth 22 Superman listens intently, adding his own perspective. On his Earth, Matthews, or someone like him, had a vision of Kansas's destruction. This glimpse of devastation may have shaped his twisted ideology. Their conversation is cut short by a chilling voice declaring, "I am a god." Earth 22 Superman hears it clearly, while New Earth Superman seems oblivious. The sound leads them to Gotham, where Hercules is locked in a brutal battle against Gog. The Supermen intervene, but Hercules, enraged and humiliated by his struggle, turns his wrath on them. His strike is so powerful it draws blood from New Earth Superman. Earth 22 Superman steps forward, his resolve unshaken. He endures Hercules' attacks with composure before countering with precision. With a single punch, he sends Hercules flying. New Earth Superman catches Hercules midair, slamming him into a statue to incapacitate him. With Hercules subdued, the Supermen turn their attention to Gog. But before they can act, Gog teleports away, leaving behind traces of volcanic ash. Examining the scene, Earth 22 Superman notes the ash's origin and suggests the JSA can use it to track Gog. Meanwhile, in the Congo, Gog descends ancient steps carved into a mountain. His voice echoes with conviction as he vows to eliminate all false gods. He believes only one true savior can save the world. Before him stands a massive, ominous head, either carved into the mountain or imprisoned within it, a foreboding symbol of the power he seeks to unleash. And that's the video, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to watch more videos that will appear on the screen right now. See you later.